Hello there, Dementia Man here. Forgive about the bit of wood on my head, that's part of my camera setup. The laptop I done the other day, a few weeks, the other day, I've been using it, I've been copying some CDs onto it, which I know you're not meant to, but you know, it's private use. Hopefully they turn a blind eye to that. It runs fine, it makes a really good sound, especially through your headphones. It must have a particularly good DIAC in it. It's very old, and what's happening is it'll run for, well, you can get 2 or 3 CDs out of it, and then it just shuts down, just turns itself off. No lights on the front, anything like that. Got a light on the power socket, and that's fine, but you can unplug it, leave it and all that, and it just shuts down. Leave it for about 4 or 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, then you plug it in again and it starts to work. Once it shuts down, no matter what you do to it, unplug the power, take the battery out, reset the BIOS, plug in the power, get no lights on the front, no battery power light or anything like that. Something I did notice is when it was running, the power light on the front that says it's connected to power turns off and turns on again, and then the battery starts to charge. And I thought, well, that's a bit strange, and it would do that while you're using it. That seems to be something separate from the thing. So I thought, well, I'll take the battery out and run it without the battery in case it's that's shutting it down. And it wasn't. It still shut down after an hour or so. You know, I can't make any sense of it. But now when you plug it in, it's completely a dead one. This video is going to be fairly long because the problem is when you take it all apart, if it starts to work again, because obviously when you take it apart, you've then got to reassemble it to make it work. So I'm going to try and take it to pieces, and then take out the power socket, stuff like that, and reconnect it as a bare bones board and run it without anything. I'm not sure I can do it because I need the hard drive connected and stuff like that, and the way this one's all linked up and that. Anyway, I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to check the first 2 MOSFETs, which they seem to be. I don't think it's them, because when it's all powered down and everything's off, I mean nothing's working, I'm still getting my 3 volts at the power button. But no matter what you do with the power button, you've got no lights on the front, but with my meter it's telling me I've got 3 volts there, and if I move across the board I've got a 5 volt supply, which is right. I'm suspecting it's a power management chip. Anyway, people that are not really interested in this sort of video, I'm going to try and sort through it, but this type of fault is really, really hard to find. Anyway, I'll start dismantling it and we'll see how it goes. A lot of you have seen this bit before because in my other videos it's the same machine. What's happening here? Oh, here we are. Right. Got to remember how to do it. The time is 20 to 2, which, yeah, 13, no, it's not 20 to 2. According to that, it's 13:41. My little clock must be slow. Anyway, let's start. Same old thing again. I've got to take these glasses off, sorry, I can't see with them on. It's the same old thing again, you've seen this all before. going to be a horribly long video. I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do about it. Oh. I have to put on my other glasses, the ones that work a bit. Right, this is the hard drive coming out. Look at that. HyperX. Savage. I don't know. This is actually an SSD, and it's totally metal, all metal cased. They're years old. This is only a 240 gigabyte. Well, we're going to have to see how this all goes. But we're going to remove the memory. It wasn't the memory. I tried different memory, and it's a bit strange. I've put a new battery in it, thinking perhaps the BIOS battery, but it's a long shot. This is. I think this one might end up in the recycling. It's just a matter of undoing all the screws. This one's never been completely back together. I was thinking maybe the CPU, GPU was getting too hot after a while and shutting down. But in the last video, I think I had done the thermal paste and stuff like that. I put when it was working, I actually put a monitor on it. One of these. I forget which one it was, but it told me that these GPUs and CPUs they can run well up to 60 degrees and it won't hurt them at all. When they start touching 70s and 80s, that's when they start to do thermal throttling, I think they call it. I don't know if the GPU does it, but I know the CPU does, and it will back off and back off and back off. But they can take a hell of a lot of temperature without any problem. And it was only reaching, temperature wise, it was only reaching 55, 60 at the most. That was because they're on the same heat pipe, there's a lot of evening out of the heat. Obviously the CPU is at the beginning away from the fan, and that would tend to run a little bit hotter. But obviously when it pulls the heat away, it goes straight across the NVIDIA chip, and so you get a similar temperature. I think there was a couple of degrees between the two. I always believe that a separate heat pipe is so much better. You know, just for that's a different screw, that one. What's the matter with that screw? The other screwdriver is in the house. I was using it in something in there, my blue one, which is, you always end up with a favourite screwdriver, don't you, when you're working. I got this blue one, which is I think it's a 00, but it's I've never been able to find another one the same. Just having a drink of coffee. That makes the video longer, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get on with this. As I say, my other videos, you saw this in the other videos. Right, there. Remember these two little posts? That's the wrong one. Down in here, these have to come out. These are for, there's no socket there, but over that side it's got all the solder joints, and these two posts would have had a secondary card. Don't know what the secondary card would have been for, but a bit shaky today. Come here. Right, get that out of there. As far as I can see, that's all the screws from the bottom. Now, as you know, we move to the top. I'm not sure how this is going to work out because, as I say, this type of fault, you need it assembled to actually do anything. Take out this cable, which is the power button one. Now, on down here, you've got two blobs of solder. I believe that that'd be your 3-volt supply to your power button, and so you can short them out, them two blobs, and it would act just like the power button. Right, this run here is the one to the inverter. I even tried unplugging that one to think it might have been the inverter one that was doing it, but it wasn't. Feed the wires. These are the antenna wires. Gently pull them back up through that hole. For the, I think it's the third time now I've done this. Yeah. This laptop is so old. I'm wondering, but it makes such a good sound. I mean, it really does. Hang on a second, just a second. Aha! This. Stop it. Sorry about that. This it does. Parkinson's does that sometimes. Hang on. I apologise. Just a second. You have to. Strange enough, you have to get inside your own head and calm everything down. Just people, must think I'm silly doing this, but that's better. Whoa. It does that sometimes. Right, over this side we got the string connector, and there's a little plug on this subboard here, which is the camera. I think it's the camera. Without taking this apart, I believe it is. I believe that's the camera. I know that's the inverter, because this one doesn't have any LED backlight. It's a fluorescent, which is housed, the actual inverter is housed in the bottom of the screen there, in that piece. When they're working, there's nothing wrong. They went for years like that, didn't they? may have the wrong bit in this screwdriver. Out come the screen screws. Don't want to lose none of the screws. Put them in your pot. That's the screen out of the way. Put it out of the way somewhere where you ain't going to knock it. But I'm hoping to actually reconnect all that once I've... Now there's a couple of screws over the back here on this one. I'm not an expert at laptops. I really am not. I only sort of like do a little bit to them. One down in the hole there. This one here is the mouse connector. It's actually on a proper socket, this one. I wish this one was at the end here, because I have trouble with that one. The keyboard, that's the keyboard connector there. That's already been, you know. I actually bought a new fan assembly for this one, a new second-hand one. The heat pipe and all that, thinking that was trouble. But since then I've decided it's not that, because of the temperature sensor and that. Too many tools on these magnets. Need to get rid of some. Now I believe we can come apart now. Hopefully I've got all the screws. Things are looking like they're okay. I'm really shaky today. I can feel it inside. I'm shaking on the inside. Lift up gently in case you've got any cables you forgot. See if I can see the first MOSFET on this thing. That's the power in. No, I wonder what that chip is there. Looks like they're on the other side. Power cable comes over here, soldered in there. Anyway, let's take the board out and see what we can see. Different pot for them two screws, because that'll remind me there's something else. I may have to go in and get my other screwdriver. This may be in two halves, this video. On the front of this one here, you've got a headphone socket, and the cable comes along here to here. Here it is. It does the microphone and the headphone socket. Now when you tip the board up, you've got a power one here, which is a main power in, and you've got a little one which is goes to this USB over this side, comes through here. And that's the board. There's my first two MOSFETs. There they are down in there. I'll show you these. At least I think it's them because they're right at the beginning. They could be battery. They don't give you much room to get in there. Anyway, let's going to show you this in case you're interested. Oh, that's me. Here we go. Now, is that clear? I think it is. That's fairly clear, isn't it? Right, your power comes in here and goes through this one here and this one here. They're called come on, they're called MOSFETs. Now, to me it looks like it's them too. Now I'm going to put power to this in a second. What we need is the power socket. We need the power socket, which is here. Hopefully that's the power socket. Which, as I say, it plugs in. Can only go in one way round. You can see which way round it goes. I'm going to plug in that one. Just, yeah, you don't have to, but now what you do is I'm going to use my bench power supply. Just a second. Just got to get it. Now I'll just set it up at 19 volts at 3 amps. Sorry, you can't actually see. Now if this power light comes on the front of the thing, nope, it's not dragging any power whatsoever. Now, get my meter. I've actually plugged in the power now to the socket. On my amps, I'm getting it's flashing from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, which means there's no current. Now, if it was just doing standby current, I'd expect to see at least one. I'd expect to see one, and the blue light should on the light on the power socket lights up because there's power to the unit. That's the power socket light. But there's one on the front that says power is connected. At the moment that's not lit up, which is a good thing because I can now see where the power's getting. Now these MOSFETs here, put one down to earth, which is anywhere, and then I'm going to check the MOSFETs. It'd help if I put the meter on the right thing, wouldn't it? I'll bring you back again for. Alright, no, I'll leave you there for looking, and then I'll show you the meter view in a little while. Got 19 volts coming in on the red wires. Actually, my meter, there's a little bit of calibration out on my bent power supply. 0.22 out. Anyway, nothing on the first MOSFET, if that is the first one. There's a capacitor here. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that. What's going on? Perhaps these ain't my first MOSFETs. Let's try that one. Well, nothing at all. Perhaps they're on the other side. Turn it over. There's one here. Only one. Can't really see where the power's coming in on this, which is a bit. What's that one there? Sorry, not showing you, am I? Hang on a second, just keep that tape out of the way. It's an insulator, I believe this thing is. Right, let's see if this one has got me main power. Pick up another earth. No. This is my power socket here. Hang on, press that as an earth. I can't even find where the power's going in. That's the socket there. I think I'm on the wrong side of the board still. I think even turn it over. What's going on here? Can't even find me power. Let's go back to the other side. This is strange. You think it would be easy enough to find that power, wouldn't you? This MOSFET here, nothing. Current, can't find the current resistor either. No power there. There's 19 there. Can't see that being. Strange that the CPU is right up this end, isn't it? Stuck in this corner, in me way. I think perhaps this board's got a. Don't know. Any ideas, people? Comes in there. on the red wires. Now you would think you'd see a current sensor. Now the nearest current sensor I can see is over this side, which is that there. You see that piece there? That's a MOSFET, and there's a current sensor here. Power is over here. Do you know, it looks to me like power goes in got the negative here, negative plane. Power, do you know, it looks to me like the power is internal in the layers. So in theory, the MOSFETs, the first two could be anywhere on this board. Got a lot going on down this end. Well, that ain't showing you nothing at all, is it, really? It's just showing you me failing. Move it out of the way. Got this lot down here. And then on the other side of the board we got I think I'll just have to probe the board. There's another lot going on down here, but over here, see these ones here, that's a power supply pair there, so it's probably to do with the it's hard to tell on this board. I really ain't. Let's see if we can pick up the 19 volts down here. Should be able to pick it up somewhere here. Nope. Not down this end. Over here. Don't know. Nothing on these. Let's try the capacitor up there. Well, I can't find where it goes. It's definitely coming in. Put a probe here, one on the positive, 19. First two, well, these you would have thought these were them, but nothing, and nothing down there. I have to turn that light off because it blots out the meter. That's a good earth there on that heatsink. 19. These caps here are for the CPU. Let's go to that one over there. No 19. That's all GPU if it had one. Yeah. Down in there, I'm still thinking. No. It's a tiny bit there. Look, 0.2. Oh, it's not even that. What's going on here? Not even getting voltage out. That's a brand new battery I bought. Paid £6 for 2 of them, and I'm getting no voltage on that battery. Anyway, that's besides the point. Where is the power? It won't be on them, I'm sure. Them under there. No, they're V-core. So they I think what it is, this power comes in here. Right, now over here we got the hang on, let me get this round the right way. Once you've got the board out, it's difficult to know where you was. Which way around it? Right, over here we got the nothing. I was getting 3 volts over here before, but what's going on here? This has the there's a couple of nice ones up there that look like they're very going to be doing something really important. Nice earth on the can of them. Nope. Nope. Hang on, what was that? A bit more voltage, but not much. No. Still no. I don't know. These big caps over here should have something on. No, they probably turn on. They look like something to do with the CPU. We've got this one here, which is right at the beginning of everything. So I'll pick up. That's the 19, you see. That's the other side of the power socket. It doesn't come, the negative goes there. Positive doesn't come through to this board. It goes off somewhere else. I'm trying to find a 19 on one of these others here. Nothing. These are too far away. This is your input-output chip, the main that does it, the controller, if you like. This one here, ENE, I think they call it. Now I can try and find that's modem, that's sound chip, I think. Yeah, sound chip. There are MOSFETs there. No. Yeah, let's try the other side of that one under that plastic. Nope. There's no shorts because the power meter's saying it's fine. It's not dragging anything. Now you would have thought that there'd be something here. 0.29. What's the other side of it? No. No, you can't. It obviously goes down inside the board somewhere. I think it comes up. You would have thought, I suppose, a schematic diagram, but this is an old laptop and I'm beginning to give up on it. Where's the number one chip? Hang on, let's see if I can. Now look, I've got no voltage to the input-output chip. Number one, I think it's the first pins. Now this should have. I think this is the. Can't see any writing on it. I think that this one. What's that one over there? No. Well, I'm at a loss with this one, to be honest with you. Can't even find a 19. Comes in over there. You think it would go. Yeah. This is a boring one, isn't it? 0.29. .29. Go back again. No, well, one more time. Right, power coming in. 19. It's a little bit over. Nothing on the power, on the amp meter, on the power supply. MOSFETs are down here. Let's try that capacitor. If there was a shorted capacitor, it would show up on the power meter. Those are V-core under there. They're not nothing to do with. I can't see. You've got a bunch down that end, but they're all to do with. The hard drive goes up there onto that connector there. So it's. What is this? I can't see anywhere. I'm going to put on my other glasses in case I'm not seeing things that are. Coffee's got cold. I hate cold coffee. That's an expensive one as well. Well, it all looks the same still with these glasses on. Are you enjoying yourselves? Anyone want a laptop to repair? Weird as it comes in there. There's a lot going on up here. There's a lot going on up here. It has to go somewhere, that 19. Unless... No, it's a good earth, that is. It's an excellent earth, because it's showing 19. Do you know, I can't see any fuses on this one. What's under this bit of plastic here? I'm probably probably under here. There's a couple of MOSFETs under here. Well, there's one. I think they're back-to-back ones. "19, here it is. Right, there's a MOSFET here with 19 on it. Now, where's the gate? Which is that one. And the other side, nothing. This seems like a candidate for bypassing. This could blow up in my face, you know that? Mm. This first MOSFET is got 19 on one side, 0 on the other, well 29, and on the gate, 0. Now, is there any shorts the other side? Let's unplug this. Put your meter into continuity. And on the other side of the MOSFET where you didn't get 19, .31s. That's getting killer homes, isn't it? Killer, no, I mean two. That's not a short. I'm sure it ain't. That's just current through the circuit. Not reading that properly. As you know, I've got dementia, so am I thinking this right? On the other side of the MOSFET, I've got 2.2. I think that's okay. 2000. It's 2,277. 2,277. 2,275. Plug this back in. Put your meter back in. DC voltage. (19) on one side. Nothing on the gate. That could mean that the power management chip is detecting a short. Now you can link this over, bypass it, plug it in and see what happens. Now if there's a short, the power supply will tell me. So I think what we do is, that noise is the power supply fan coming in. I think I'm going to bridge this. Don't try this at home, folks. I'm going to bridge that MOSFET. Could all end up in tears, like a blow up. It can't be any worse than it is now, not working, can it? Need me soldering irons on, bit of solder, a link wire. We're going to use a tiny bit of fuse wire. when I find it. As Solly would say, a calibrated bit of wire, a proper calibrated fuse wire. It ain't, it's the same as I use, just a bit of wire. Are you still there listening to me, people? I always wonder if someone's still there. This is the first MOSFET. The second MOSFET is on the other side. Now I'm going to short this one across to let the power through. It'll either come on or it'll blow up. So, see, if there's a short on the board somewhere, this MOSFET is being told don't turn on. Or it could be this MOSFET's no good. Because it's stopped the power. Am I thinking this right? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to, the first 4 pins this side are all 19 volt. And you've got 3 the other side, which are the 19 volt going further on, and then on the last pin it is called the gate, and when you supply power to the gate, it turns the MOSFET on and lets the power through. I'm not sure what the voltage is on the gate. I think it's above 20. I think it's because there's a, I don't know, it's the first MOSFET, is it less? I know some of them work on 20-25 volt. There's I suppose there's doubler circuits in here and that. Anyway, I'm going to bypass this MOSFET, and we might have a blow up. It'd be something interesting, wouldn't it? Now I've got to just tin the cool, I can't see very well these days. A little bit of solder there. A little bit of solder there. Link the wire across. That's got a bit of wire across it now. Now guess what we do now? You plug it in there. If you watch this bit here, you might see it go bang. Right, we got 0.1 on the power supply. Nothing smoking. And just flip the board over. Got no lights down here. But there again, a lot of the stuff's not connected. Now let's see if I got voltage to this second MOSFET, which is on the other side. Heatsink again. 19 volts going in there. 19 volts coming out. We now got 19 volts. We've got no panel lights, which is unusual to say the least. So this one here is the second MOSFET. It comes through the board over to here. I'm surprised the panel lights ain't lit up still. Now I'm going to see if I've got power to the power button, which is that one there. Oh, what was that? Did something go bang? No, it's just me, I think. Shaking. I wish I could get on there without shaking. It's a tiny little speck. .3. Now my theory is, if I short that across, we get nothing. It's not powering up at all. Perhaps I'm going to need the power button. One of them on the back there is the power on. We've still got 1 volt there coming through there. Let's see what I've got on the other side of that power sensor. That sensor. 19 volts. See that? It's as I suspected the first time. Comes through here. Yeah, I've now got 19 volts on the board. Yeah, 19. Everything's becoming live. I wonder what it is. Comes through there, through the sensor. It disappears into the board again. It's going back and forwards like a rabbit down a hole. Now this one over here, 3.3 volts now, getting right through to it. And that one there, .3, 19. The whole board's got current now. I think I'll partially reassemble this to get the power button. Where's the power button? Might be able to take it out and just connect it up as it is. Is it a speaker? This is a speaker wire and the power button. Are you still with me, people? Right, this one here is the 3.3, which is going to the power button. I'm sure it is. There it is, 3.3. Yeah, 3.3. That one goes to earth, so that one's 3.3. This is the power button to start it. These two. So something down here. Let's just have a look on the other side there. You watch the wires fall off in a minute. a little bit of heat over this side, a tiny amount. On these coils here. What does that do? I think it's for it's a second hard drive of some sort. I'll disconnect it a second. Remove the battery. Put it over there. Going to plug it in again. Got the one. Still ain't got a light. There's little lights here. One is the power LED, which isn't lighting up, which I believe comes from here. Slight. Let's plug in the battery. If I can get it. Where is it? It's over there, isn't it? Got me bit of tape. My bit of wire is obviously working. So there is a reason why the gate weren't getting in its power. You know, so I wouldn't recommend doing that to a very expensive laptop or one you want to keep. I'm going to plug the battery in. Stop it. I'm sorry about that. I've got the shakes again. I may give up today and come back to this another day. Right, plug the battery in, like, get it like that. Plug this in. Four hundred milliamps, 200 milliamps, 300. It's a lot of dodging around there. This is an old battery. It's showing. It should really go. It should be the pre-current, but you would think. I still haven't got any lights over here. That's not really. If it's charging that battery, I'd be very surprised. Well, 200 milliamps to 260. Should try again. Turn it off. 0. Plug it in. 300, 200. No, it's not doing nothing. Even though I've bypassed that first MOSFET, it's not. You should now get power lights if there wasn't another fault. The MOSFET was turned off for a reason. But I'm getting a 3.3. There should be a 5 somewhere. I've got the earth down here. Don't matter which way your probes go. Now, oh, that helps if that stays in the hole, doesn't it? Now 3.3, which is, that's good. Now there should be a 5 here somewhere. $19. I'm trying to find the chip that generates the 5 volt. What's up here? Oh, that's a 19. See, some of these will turn on when you power the board up. So although you've got 19 at the beginning of a MOSFET, you may not get it at the end until the board's powered up. So you could be chasing it. So there's another section up here which is not turning on yet. I'm just trying to find that's the 3.3. Might be generated from this chip here. Got a 3.3. Got a 19 there. Stop. It's not good today, is it, people? The trouble is, these circuits are a little bit fine. They're not fine. Some of the newer ones are terrible. Those caps have got 19 to them. Let's try these two caps here. 19 down here, 19. So it's not. I don't think it's a shorted cap because there's power management. I think it's for the USBs. 2.6. 1. What's going on? There should be a 5 volt on these, on one of these. That's wrong. Got 2.6 volts on a 5 volt line out. What's going on here? One volt on that one, 2.6 on that one. Just turn the board over a second. No, comes from this side. These little something here is not right. It should be 5 volts. Let's try the other one. It comes from these here. I've got to have a break because there's something here not right. 2 volts. There should be 5. Weird does it come? It comes from here, from these here and here. See what I've got going in. It's dragging the whole thing down. The whole thing's being dragged down here for some reason. Let's check inside the ports. That one don't look good, that port. Let's unplug it. That port don't look good. Yeah. What is that? Oh, it's been pushed out the back. Push it back in. I don't think it was shorted. We'll have a look, see what happens when I plug it back in. Voltage have we got on it now? It had been pushed back, that one, for some reason. £1. No, this ain't right, that ain't right. Let's just plug in a keyboard in that one of them. See if I get any keyboard lights up. This looks like a short on the 5-volt line. I could be wrong, but it's beginning to look like that. Could check that other one over there, I suppose. You sometimes only get the proper voltage at these when it's powered up. Take that out and that out at one end. That'll stop the. See if I've got any power on this one. I don't think I will have. Sometimes they have one that pass through, and so it's good for voltage all the time. A USB short, maybe. Let's try the one at the other end. On here. So unplug that. Isn't it boring today? Well, the voltage has changed. Totally. That's data. The outside ones are power. No power. Let's unplug it. Continuity. 1, 2. Ah. That capacitor there, nothing, 0, which is good. This one here, that's meant to do it. That one, it's a low. Oh, hang on, yeah, it's a low resistor, very low. These little caps here, 4, 8, 9, 5, 2, 2. Now this big one here, nothing. But this one here, is that a partial short in that cap? Hang on. No. Is that cap got a partial short? Five, 8. And see there, that cap, obviously, do it around the other way, Lawrence. Oh no, it's me. I'm doing it round the wrong way. My probes have got a resistance of 1, 4. So it's on 5, 8. Some little caps there, little ones. Is one of them no good? Because this 5-volt circuit is involved with the little LEDs on the front as well. They would get their power from when this circuit becomes live, when it's, so if there's a short here, that would affect. Let's try across here. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Oh, hang on, what was that? No, I don't know. Anyway, people, I'm going to let you go now because I need to have a bit of a rest. I'll update you on what I end up doing with this. I'm thinking of taking out them 2 caps there and see if it frees up the circuit on them USBs. USBs? Yes, USB. Yeah. I'm sorry. I've been too long on this one now, so I'll speak to you again soon. Hopefully, I'll have some more hope with this one. It's either that or it's going down not landfill. We go recycling. You must recycle these now, so that the components. There's a little tiny bit of gold in these ones, I suppose. Anyway. Bye for now. I'm getting too tired and I'm shaking on the inside. I can feel it. And when you're shaking on the inside, it's time to have a rest, have a sit down, do something else. If you spend too long on concentrating, dementia is a strange thing. And if you concentrate too long for too hard for too long, that's it. Then you start to you don't think things through the way that you're supposed to, especially on something like this. I'm going to leave it in pieces and I'll get back to you when I'm fresh. It'll probably be tomorrow, maybe. I can't think what's happening. Anyway, bye for now. Thank you for watching, if you still are. Bye.